started to meet another Brazilian in Sedona. Can you believe? I know that you told me you have been initiated by the, the people, descendants of the Incas in Peru. And she also has a long story of spiritualism in Brazil. And she now does intuitive healing, and she's going to do something awesome at the retreat. So let's hear from Vera.
Like I'm 40 years on this journey. My first passion was psychology, and through that work I discovered a lot of things about myself and the dynamic of the relationship with mother and father, and I end up in a trip to Peru that completely changed my life, truly, for the rest of my life.
And all that became your kind of a fruit salad.
Yes.
Of how to help others,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So it's like having a box full of tools.
No, Roseanne, by now I am very blessed because I actually work with people throughout the world. I have clients and passengers and people that come to Sedona, people that go with me to Peru, people that come with me to Brazil. I take people to Brazil to John of God.
Oh yes, John of God. No, we're so lucky to have her in this retreat because just happened that she had this weekend available. What would you be teaching at this retreat, Divine Feminine Self-Love? Can you explain to us?
I'm very connected to the self-love, so I chose from my magical toolbox what I felt would be the most empowering process for your participants, the participants of your retreat. That is a process that I actually developed called Power Retrieval. So I wove together different modalities, and what I saw that we receive from the process is really getting our power back. And you talk about self-love, and if you are feeling weak and you are not feeling on your power and you are feeling lost, it is not supportive of self-loving myself. I'm still into the process of perhaps even being a victim, grieving and painful and unhappy and not even know how, why, and not understanding how. So I feel that retrieving the power that we loses through these experiences in our life and becoming whole and complete in the present, that gives me access to my full being, and that's where I start to practice self-love. Self-love is a process of being completely responsible to heal ourselves, and this process takes us there, take us into the responsibility of self-healing.
What do they have to do?
We have the physical body and we have the energetical body. And when we go through experiences of pain, we created holes on our energetic body. And so how it is when if you go through a painful experience on your physical body, you have a cut.
Yes.
Or the body going to heal itself, and you're going to help with different medicines or taking care, or not to be exposed to dirt, and so you're going to be taking care of that wound to heal that wound, right? There are experiences in life that actually create these cuts into our energetic body, and
so they become wounds, right?
And they become whole, and we are not addressing that, and so we are living with this holes in our energetic body, and we don't understand why we don't feel satisfied. I know so many people that say, I don't understand why. I do so many beautiful things. I meditated, I do yoga, I do exercise, I eat healthy, I have good thoughts, but I feel like nothing fulfills me.
Yes.
Right? Well, because if you have a lot of holes, imagine that you put water and the water is leaking
energy.
You leak energy.
Vital energy.
Vital energy. And so the first thing is to be aware of your energetical body. Then is how do we going to take care of each one of these holes? And by visualization, by breathing, and by really going into that moment without experiencing the pain. It's not about going there to relieve pain, because we actually do that all the time. We think about painful moments all the time, but that is not a retrieval of anything.
Yeah.
This is actually creating the hole even bigger.
Right, because you're putting
Because
emphasis
it's mental.
and mentally you unconsciously not knowing how to heal, to deal with it.
Yes.
You actually creating it more damage than
more. So that's an ego trip. It's not a spiritual trip. This is a spiritual process where we're going there and really getting that energy that we lost, how we created that hole, how to start the healing process, and then actually when we return to the present, it's almost like that past didn't exist, because from it all what we brought was the lesson, was the light. It's a very magical.
Yeah, and I liked when you showed me, like, you know, there are energetic like cords that are going out that were broken, right, with these relationships, and what you do is that you pull them in, right? You told
Yes,
me.
because depend of the experiences. If it's with a person, because there are traumatizing experiences that we live that are situations. But if there are people involved, then there is energetic connection between us and these people, and we are dragging this with us.
Yeah.
And again, now we are exchanging vital energy with these people, and they might not even be in our lives anymore. And why not totally release it? And where you are now, be fully you, present, in integrity, wholeness, you know, and complete. And that's what power retrieval does for us. It gives us the opportunity to get the tools that is guided through this process, and empower you to become whole and complete right here, right now. And that is a tremendous act of self-love. Tremendous.
How will the participants feel, and what will they take home?
Feeling is really a new feeling, and a feeling of self-discovering, a feeling that is really juicy, you know. And what take home, oh my God, you're taking home a tool that you're going to be using for the rest of your life. So they're going to have the tool to go back into moments of their life that comes to their mind, and know how to do that on their own. And also, if a new experience that comes up, I have experiences all the time where I go, wow, I felt here that was painful for me. I felt hurt. I allowed this experience to hurt me somehow, and I felt a loss of power. And so I go into my little cave, and I'm going to do my retrieve. I'm going to retrieve my power back. Taking home this tool will give you access to be your guru, your self-healer. You're going to be your own healer, your own shaman. You're going to go retrieve your power, whatever it is. So knowledge is very powerful when you know how to apply it. And that's a knowledge you're going to get it, and how to apply it.
And this is what I love to do, retreats, to meet people like Vera. I mean, for me, this is a new knowledge, a new experience that I'm looking forward to experience too. You know, I've done similar things with shadow work, but nothing exactly like she's explaining. So I can't wait for the retreat. The retreat is always a treat for me. Yes, the more we tap into the things that are not working for us, and clean the house, I call it clean the house, the better we'll be able to embrace what's new to come, and to live a happy life.
Yes, a happy life.
Right?
Yes.
So thank you so much,
Thank
Vera.
you,
This is such
Rosanna.
a pleasure to have you. I have
Thank
no
you.
words to express.
So I'm very appreciated that we are doing this together, and inviting, you know, all these beautiful people that are finding us, whatever they are finding us, and connecting to our energy, because this is the beginning of a beautiful and happy and healthy journey.